So when cosplay first began, it was thought of as a hobby that was often kept hidden. But in recent years, it's exploded in popularity to become a mainstream phenomenon. In his new book, Cosplay, A History, Andrew Liptak takes a look at its roots that date back to the 15th century and how it's grown into a fandom with countless conventions.
Andrew joins us now live. Good morning, Andrew.
Morning. Thanks for having me.
So, Andrew, this used to be just something we'd see at Comic-Con, but this has really become a lot more mainstream. Why has this happened recently?
So there's a bunch of reasons, and it goes back to things like Game of Thrones and Marvel and Star Wars coming back, and basically geek culture becoming this big mainstream popular thing in movie theaters and on TV. So when you have these big things that people are fans of, they're going to want to find ways to express themselves. And one of those ways is cosplay.
Years ago, I went to a Star Trek convention, and I mean, there were guys in full Klingon regalia. It had taken them hours, and they probably spent like hundreds or thousands of dollars on this. Is that the norm?
It can be. It depends on the complexity of a costume. So you can have some costumes that are enormously expensive. Boba Fett from Star Wars or Din Djarin from the new Mandalorian series. Those costumes tend to be really hard to do because you have these very elaborate paint jobs. They have a lot of different materials in them. But sometimes it's just as easy as throwing together some stuff out of your closet. One of the really big costumes this year is Eddie Munson from Stranger Things. And all you really need for that is you need the Hellfire shirt, you need a jean jacket with some patches. Sometimes if you really want to get elaborate, you get a wig or you get the extra patch, not patches, the pins. And, it's pretty easy to put together. So there's a really wide range as to, how much time and how much energy you put into it and how much, money and work time. So it really varies.
So we, in the intro there, we kind of alluded to the fact that this has history in the 15th century. Talk about that.
Oh yeah, it can go back really far. I mean, part of it is the modern version of what we think of as cosplay. Goes back to like the 1930s when you start to have science fiction conventions like the World Science Fiction Convention. Actually, the second ever World Science Fiction Convention took place in Chicago, and that was one of the times when people dressed up and they weren't. This was in the very early days of that scene. But there's examples beyond that go earlier. Early 1900s, there was a comic called Mr. Skygak from Mars, where you have this little alien that's observing people, and people dressed up as him. It's kind of an interesting smock and sort of these bug-eyed glasses. Then you go even further back. Jules Verne, the author of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, had a costume party at his house, and people came up as his characters. And actually, it's kind of funny because there's an example I don't have in the book that I learned after I finished it, that there was a Roman emperor who probably dressed up as Hercules and had busts made up of himself. So it goes back pretty far.
So for people who do it nowadays and go to these like conventions, what's the reward? Like, is it just people walking up and going, "Hey, great outfit"?
Yeah, I mean, this is an expression of your fandom. This is how you are trying to show that you are a fan of Star Wars or Star Trek or Game of Thrones or any other sort of any other film or TV show or book or comic book or internet thing. The reward is you're finding other people who are like you, who share your interests, who are really into the same things you are. And basically because of that, it's about community. You're building this big, you're building and you're part of this big global community of people who are, of like-minded interests, and you are fans of the same things.
And look, you're making money off it now, writing a book about it. It's great.
It's been a very fun project, and I learned a lot of it because I've been a cosplayer for about 20 years now, and I think the great reward that I got out of it was just learning and sort of just getting a better understanding of how this community came together. And a better idea of like why we do this, which is, again, it's part of community. We are trying to make new friends with each other. But we also do like charity work, and we also do, just bringing joy into the world, essentially. So that's a pretty good reward in and of itself.
Well, Andrew, it's a pleasure to meet you. For more, you can check out his website and follow him on Twitter. AndrewLiptak.com is his website. Thanks, Andrew. Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
You too.